Buddhist philosophy, understanding the Four Noble Truths. Have you ever felt like life can be wonderful and yet somehow still unsatisfying, even when things are going well? There's a subtle restlessness. Or maybe life has hit you with real pain, loss, disappointment, illness. Over 2,500 years ago, a man named Siddhartha Gautama Buddha set out to understand why we suffer and how we might find true peace. What he discovered became the core of Buddhist philosophy, the Four Noble Truths. These truths offer a powerful, practical framework for understanding the human experience and finding liberation from suffering. Today, I'd love to walk you through each of these Four Noble Truths in simple, relatable terms. Let's dive in. The first noble truth, the truth of suffering. The first noble truth is called dukkha. It's often translated as suffering, but it's more nuanced than that. Dukkha means stress, unsatisfactoriness, a feeling that things are never quite perfect. Yes, life has joy and beauty, but it also includes aging and illness, losing people we love, the frustration of wanting life to go our way. Even pleasant experiences carry dukkha because they're impermanent. Think of a perfect vacation that eventually ends, or falling in love and fearing it might be lost. The Buddha wasn't being negative. He was simply honest about the human condition. Acknowledging suffering is the first step toward freedom. The second noble truth, the origin of suffering. The second noble truth teaches that suffering arises from craving and clinging. The Pali word is tanha, which means thirst. We crave pleasure, success, approval, a life free from discomfort. And we cling tightly to people, possessions, our ideas about who we are. When life changes us, it inevitably does we feel pain. Modern psychology calls this the hedonic treadmill. We keep chasing the next thing, thinking it'll finally make us happy. But lasting peace doesn't come from satisfying endless cravings. It comes from understanding the nature of desire itself. The third noble truth, the cessation of suffering. The third noble truth offers hope. It teaches that freedom from suffering is possible. If craving and clinging cause suffering, then letting go brings peace. This doesn't mean giving up on life or living without joy. It means releasing the tight grasp on things being a certain way. Imagine holding sand in your palm. Squeeze it tightly and it slips through your fingers. Hold it gently and it rests there peacefully. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging so tightly that every change becomes painful. The Buddha discovered that inner freedom comes from this gentle, wise letting go. The fourth noble truth, the path to freedom. The fourth noble truth is the way out of suffering. The Noble Eightfold Path. It's a guide for living with wisdom, ethics, and mental clarity. The path includes right understanding, seeing things as they truly are, right intention, cultivating kindness and non-harming, right speech, speaking truthfully and gently, right action, living ethically and compassionately, right livelihood, choosing work that doesn't harm others, right effort, letting go of harmful thoughts, and nurturing helpful ones, right mindfulness, being present in body, mind, and emotions, right concentration, developing mental focus through meditation. This path isn't about rules, it's about cultivating a mind and heart that respond to life with wisdom and compassion. How the Four Noble Truths help us today. So, how do these truths apply to modern life? When you're stuck in stress or anxiety, remember the first truth: it's normal to struggle. Remember the second truth: craving and clinging often lie beneath the surface. Remember the third truth: freedom is possible. Follow the fourth truth: practice mindfulness, compassion, and wise living. These teachings help us let go of perfectionism, find peace amidst chaos, live with greater compassion for ourselves and others, a path to peace. So, my friend, the Four Noble Truths are more than philosophy, they're a roadmap for living. They don't promise a life without challenges, but they offer a way to meet life's ups and downs with clarity, courage, and compassion. As the Buddha said, I teach suffering and the end of suffering. May you discover peace in your own journey and the freedom that comes from understanding the nature of your mind and heart. Thanks for spending this time with me today.